Hi friends, it's Shereé, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my spring sewing plans. But first, if you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you're a returning person, thank you so much for returning to my channel. All right, let's get into it. Normally I like to do these videos while sitting in front of my camera so that you can see my face. However, I'm under the weather and I'm not feeling camera ready. So for today's video, you will just see my hands, and that's okay with me. I hope it's okay with you. It was the only way I could film this video, so please forgive me. Now, thinking about sewing plans for spring, I had to really evaluate what was in my closet. I decluttered, I got rid of a lot of pieces, and now I'm starting to fill some holes of items that I had to get rid of because they were too big. And now thinking about how I'd like to add them back to my closet, but in a handmade form that fits me. And so that's what we're doing in this video. The first thing I want to do is share with you the tops that I want to make. Now, I don't have a lot of blouses that fit my shoulders perfectly. And so I thought it would be nice to take a look at the catalog for Seamwork, because I do have a Seamwork membership. I have had one for many years. I love my Seamwork membership, and I always can find a look no matter what. They have so many options. Their catalog seems to be endless of all the different possibilities of things that I can download and sew. So when I have an idea in my mind, before I go purchase anything new, I always check to see what's in the Seamwork catalog to see if something will fit my desire. I really wanted a really cute blouse that has a collar, but I didn't want to deal with buttons because I am going to be doing some button-ups and I don't want all my tops to be button-ups. I found this top, it's called the Cosmo. It has a collar, but there is no button placket, and it has a cute little elastic in the back waist area in order to draw it in and give it some more shape, which means it'll be comfortable. The front will be more relaxed, but the back will bring it in a bit to give it a bit of a curve in the blouse. There's also some gathering at the shoulder seam, and I just think it's such a feminine, gorgeous pattern that will be perfect for work as well as going out. So I downloaded this pattern. I do have to put all my patterns together, but this is a Friday night type of project. I have no problem doing that, and I'll be doing that for a few other patterns as well. And this is the gorgeous fabric that I have selected. Now, I have been hoarding this fabric for years, and I told myself that rather than running out to buy a bunch of new fabric, I wanted to shop my stash first. Now, this fabric was always supposed to be a dress, but with my recent pattern declutter or unhaul, I got rid of the pattern that was meant for this fabric. So that being said, this fabric has no purpose right now. And like I said, it was in my collection for a very long time. What I love about this fabric is that it is a rayon challis, so it's lightweight and breathable. It's blousey. It's so beautiful and will drape on the body so nicely. It has some gorgeous pinks and reds and yellows, and those are all colors that I love to wear. It has some white flowers as well as a black background. Because of all the colors in this print, I can wear it with so many different things, and pretty much all the pants I plan to make will match this blouse. So I'm really pleased about that. There's also little butterflies, which I thought was kind of cute because they're hidden throughout the floral, and they're just so pretty. And I look forward to making this blouse. This is something I can definitely see myself wearing all year round, but it is definitely perfect for spring. So again, I will be making the Cosmo out of this. And if you're interested in any of the patterns that I mentioned, they will be listed in the information section below. And I do have an affiliate code with Seamwork if you're interested in downloading any of their patterns or starting a subscription of your own. The next top that I want to sew up is new. This is a brand new pattern by Tilly and the Buttons. I'm so excited about this. If you have been with me since the beginning of my sewing journey, you know that I started sewing with Tilly and the Buttons patterns. I actually taught myself to sew by using her books along with some other books, as well as watching YouTube videos. And I absolutely love the Tilly and the Button patterns. I have been a pattern tester for them in the past, and they graciously sent this pattern to me as a gift. And I'm looking forward to sewing up several versions because I really do need to replace some of the button-up tops that I have in my closet. And I love that this particular pattern comes in 2 different lengths. So you can do a cropped version, which isn't super cropped. It'll stop at the top of your pants, and I think that's just a perfect length. Or you can do a long sleeve version. Now this Frida pattern is easygoing, and it is timeless, and it's modern, and it's a relaxed fit. Those are all things that I look for when I'm trying to pick the perfect button up. So I'm really pleased about this pattern. Now for the actual fabrics that I chose, I have this beautiful denim. It is a chambray, so it's lighter. I got this from a sewing subscription. It was from Indie Stitch. It's a beautiful fabric. It's wrinkled because it's been washed, and I've had it for about a year. So I think it's time for me to sew it up. And I think that replacing one of my favorite denim shirts in my closet with this particular shirt would be perfect. And I say that because not only does that other button up not fit me, but there is a hole in it. And while I have patched the hole up, it's bothering me. I hate looking at it. So I think what I'm gonna do in order to be able to continue to wear that blouse is to cover my mending with maybe some patches or maybe embroidery. But I do want a crisp, relaxed fit chambray button up to replace that one that doesn't have any embellishments. I might play around with some fun buttons because I do have some gorgeous buttons in my collection. However, I haven't selected which buttons I actually want to put on this guy quite yet. But this is a button up that I can wear with everything in my closet, skirts, tops, you name it, all the colors, and that's exactly what I need. I need versatile pieces that will be able to go well with everything that I am currently wearing. Now this fabric is a beautiful cotton shirting fabric that I got from Stone Mountain Daughter, I believe at the end of last year. I love this fabric. It didn't have a purpose. It was always going to be a button up, but I didn't know which one at the time. And so I pulled it out of my closet. It's screaming spring summer because of the color combination. Even though I do wear these colors pretty much all year round, it definitely will work for what I'm trying to achieve. Now I haven't decided if I want to make this a cropped button up or if I want it to be a full length. And I do know that I want to have a long sleeve. So there is 2 different sleeve options on this guy, the long sleeve and the short sleeve, and they're modeled here. And I just think that it would be really great if I had it in a long sleeve. Again, it will go with so many different things that I plan to wear as far as the bottoms are concerned, but having so many different colors to play with when matching is so nice. But this is a really great lightweight cotton shirting fabric, and I think it's going to make the most perfect button up. I will have to do some pattern matching, which I'm not looking forward to, but the result in the end will be worth it. So I'm definitely excited about this version. Those are the shirts. Now I want to talk about outerwear. Now, it being spring, I definitely want to wear a lot of cardigans. Cardigans are a big part of my wardrobe. However, the cardigans that I wear in the winter, slightly different from the ones that I wear in the spring and summer. Where I live, it will be cool all throughout the summer until about August, September. That's when we have a little bit of heat. So I want to use a pattern that is meant for lighter knit fabrics. And I have this one. This is another Seamwork pattern. It is the Seamwork Fig. I have purchased several cardigans that are this style, and they never seem to fit me quite perfectly. And in a perfect world, my cardigans would all be cotton fabric, but I'm having a hard time finding a really nice cotton knit sweater fabric. And when I find them in department stores, they're either very thin and peel really easily, or on the flip side, they're very expensive. So I'm going to give it a go with this pattern. And to start, I'm going to try fabrics in my stash just to get the fit right. And if I love the cardigan as much as I think I will love, then I will purchase a fabric and I'll put it on the screen now so that you can see what it looks like. It's a gorgeous fabric. It is not 100% cotton, but it is a cotton blend knit. And that one is at Stone Mountain Daughter. It's pricey, so I want to make sure that I have the fit right before I purchase the fabric. So the fabrics that I'm going to use for my stash are this gorgeous sweater knit. Now it's close to the color scheme that I wanted the cardigan in, I want more of a maroon, oxblood burgundy color, but this one is what I have in my stash, and it's kind of like a burgundy brown splattering on top of a black background, and it's got some tan. This fabric is supposed to be a Hacci. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. It's Hacci, I believe. I've had this in my collection for years and never sewed it up because I couldn't figure out what pattern I wanted to sew up because it's a thin sweater knit. And previously when I was sewing up cardigans, I wanted thick, cozy fabrics. So I wasn't sure if this was going to be a dress or if this was going to be a lightweight sweater. I just didn't know what I was going to do with it. So I just held on to it. Well, now I have the perfect pattern for it. It's thin and perfect for a lightweight cardigan. So I'm going to test out the pattern and get my size right using this fabric. I also have this French terry fabric that came in an Indie Stitch subscription. It's super soft, and while I really want a black cardigan because I don't have one that is close fitting to the body like this one here, I have oversized like chunky knits, and those are perfect, but I want something light that I can wear either as a shirt alone by itself or over a camisole, just something light and cute. And so I'm going to use this French terry. It is on the thinner side, so hopefully it's not too thin. If it is, I think I have enough to double up on the front and the back pieces and just leave the sleeves as one single layer. But that is kind of the hardest part about finding the right French terry, I find, is that oftentimes the French terries are so lightweight, they don't necessarily work to provide warmth. They work more to provide like a light t-shirt weight, you know. And I think I'm ordering, especially because I buy a lot of my fabric online, I think I'm ordering a thick French terry, and then when it arrives it's super thin, and I feel obligated to keep the fabric because it's a little embarrassing to return things. So I have quite a bit of cuts of French terry that are thinner than I would like in my stash, and this one in particular, it came in Indie Stitch, so I'm not too upset about using it on a tester project. But this will be my other test fit, because oftentimes before I can get a pattern, any pattern, to fit perfectly, I will make it once or twice to get the fit right in whatever I have in my stash before I invest in a nicer quality fabric. This is nice, don't get me wrong, it is nice quality. However, I think I probably would have made more of a t-shirt out of this fabric than something warm, but for this lightweight cardigan, I think it'll work perfectly. Again, this is Seamwork Fig, and those are the fabrics that I want to use for my lightweight cardigan. The last outerwear piece that I hope to make this spring goes along with a project that I showed you, I think it was last month, and that was the mini skirt to this pattern. This is McCall M8561, and I cut out a size 14. Now the skirt I'm not pleased with. I'm still considering either fixing it or making another one, but I have plenty of fabric here, and I haven't decided if I want to do the long version using this gorgeous fabric, which is a Lucky brand fabric that I got from Joann. If I want to do the long version of this jacket, or if I want to do the cropped version, which is view A, and then pair it with a cropped pair of jeans. I'm kind of leaning that way because I think that would be such a cute little pairing. The other thought that I had is to make the full length jacket and see if I have a little bit left over to make a vest or something like that. But I think it's a really cute pattern. I've been wanting to sew this up. It is a lighter weight denim. Like, you could make a heavier shirt out of this fabric, but I already have a couple of denim shirts that are made in a fabric that's slightly heavier, maybe just a tad bit heavier than this, that I've been wearing, and I don't think I need another shirt. So I love the idea of adding all of these pockets, maybe lining it with a slightly warmer fabric in order to be able to wear it to my kids' baseball games or whatever. But I definitely want to make this outerwear piece. I think it's lovely, and I think it's something that will go with everything pretty much in my closet. So it's a win-win, and I've been putting this off for too long. It's time to finally sew it up. I was just so disappointed about how the skirt came out that I just put this project on the back burner, but it's time to revisit it. So this will be my final outer layer piece for spring. Now we're going to talk about the pants. And yes, I said pants. I know a lot of people are making spring skirts and dresses. However, for myself, it's going to be a bit too cold for me right now to invest too much time and money into dresses and skirts. Although I do want a nice slip skirt, it's going to wait. So this first pattern that I think I want to sew up is the birch pants. I know I want to sew up this pattern, but I'm just not sure what fabric I want to use. I have a beautiful like twill khaki fabric that I've had for a very long time, and I was saving it to do a pant and blazer matching pair. However, I never got around to doing that, and so now I'm wondering if I'd like to have a khaki color in this pattern, as well as this beautiful, beautiful olive green. Now this is it's a blend. I know it's a type of twill, but it's not strictly a twill. It's super flowy and lightweight and nice and perfect for spring and summer. Probably wouldn't wear it in the winter time unless I had tights. But what I love about this pattern, which is the birch pants, is that they have this gorgeous pleat down the front center leg. And I have done this feature in a different pattern before, and I really like the way that looked. The other thing that I love about this pattern is that it has an elasticated back, and it also has belt loops. So you can still make it look very tailored. As you can see from the model in the front, it looks very tailored. She has a nice belt on. However, the back has elastic, so it's going to be more comfortable while wearing it. And if you have issues with weight fluctuation, this particular pattern will be really nice for you. So actually the fabric that I have in my collection is close to this color, maybe a tad bit lighter. But as you can see, this is what it will look like from the back view and from the side view. I think these are lovely, and I have made some nice flat front elasticated back pants in the past, and they were so fun and comfortable to wear. I think that making it out of this fabric will be a good choice. And I think it will go really nicely with all of the tops that I have planned to make. So that is the first pair of pants. Now I'm going to slip a little clip in so that you can see I've already started my journey to replacing some of the pants that I have gotten rid of in my closet based off of the size. I recently made another pair of Nielsen Dawn jeans, and I did make the skinny leg version, and I'll insert a clip or a picture so that you can see what that looked like. I used a stretch olive denim, and I struggled to get the correct size, to be honest. I did sew up a size 12, but I think I probably should have sized down to a size 10, because with the stretchy knit fabric, or with the stretchy denim fabric, it had a lot of extra room in the legs. It was a bit baggy, even after taking it in quite a bit. So I think when it comes to sewing this pattern up with a stretchy denim, not only will I size down, I will also maybe pick a different view. I didn't love the way the straight skinny leg looked on me, and this was my first time sewing up the skinny leg. I thought I had before, but I had done the straight leg and the wide leg and the cropped leg. So it's not my favorite. I don't like the way it looked on my butt, and I just felt like my legs just looked too skinny for some reason. And so I want to revisit the version that I fell in love with to begin with, and that's going to be the wide leg version. And I'm going to use this gorgeous recycled denim fabric that I believe I got from Blackbird Fabrics years ago. I think it's been about 2 years since I bought it. You've seen this fabric on my channel before in a different shade. I did make some gorgeous jeans using a Nomi pattern. I can't remember the number, but it was by Beauty J'adore, and I love those jeans, but they are a pair of jeans that I will be getting rid of. But anyway, those were in a blue wash, and these are a gray type of wash. So I had to get rid of some of my favorite Levi's because they no longer fit my butt, and I want to replace them. And I want to do that using the wide leg full length, not the crop. And the reason why I'm doing that is because the current pair that I'm getting rid of is actually a skinny leg, and I think I prefer to wear the wide leg. I just think I will get more use out of it. And it is a color that goes with everything. And this particular fabric, since it is a recycled denim, if you look really closely, I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the camera, there are flecks of different colors of thread woven throughout the fabric. So when you're looking very closely at it, you can see little dots of pink, little dots of blue and green. It's just a really beautiful, unique fabric. Initially it was supposed to be a pair of overalls, but I have unhauled the pattern for this fabric. So now it's time to repurpose it. And yes, I could buy that pattern again. I just really want to sew with the patterns that I love that are already in my stash. So I will be making a wide leg full length pair of Dawn jeans. And I always omit this button placket in the front. I feel like it is too bulky, and so I always replace this feature with a zipper. And there is a tutorial on their website to teach you how to turn these jeans into a pair that has a zipper in the front. And it is probably one of the best zipper tutorials, even though it's blog form, like written out, that I have ever used, and it works every time. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this fabric, and I think it's a fabulous choice. And again, it goes with all the other tops and outerwear that I have selected. The last pair of pants I'm kind of on the fence about. I was really excited about this when I got this from Indie Stitch. This is the Padget pleated shorts and trousers, and it's meant to be made out of a knit fabric. And I have here a beautiful scuba knit that came with the pattern. It is fabulous. It's spongy. I've never actually sewn a scuba knit before, so I was really excited about this. And because where I live, it's going to be cool for so many months, I would get so much wear out of this pair of pants. So I definitely want to make a knit pair of pants using this fabric, one that I can wear all the time. I do know that I want it to be a wide leg. I love that this is an elasticated waist pattern, and it comes in extra small to 5X, which I think is fantastic. That's a wonderful size range. And I feel as though there was another picture. Oh, here we go. The only issue that I have is that it doesn't have a waistband, and I'm not sure if I like the way that looks. So originally when I looked at this, I thought she had like a sweatshirt that was kind of over the waistband part of the pants. But then when I looked at the line drawings, I didn't see a separate waistband. So it might be one of those patterns where you flip the elastic down. I am not sure. I have to look at this a little bit closer, but I did pull this whole pack out of my fabric storage along with the pattern, and it's been quite a while since I received this particular one. Oh, January 2024. So it's time to sew up this fabric for sure. I'm just not sure if this is the pattern I want to use. I do want an easy project, an easy pull-on pair of pants that can grow with me or shrink with me if I adjust the elastic. So yeah, and I also do love the pleating portion of the front of the pants. I always love that feature in a pair of trousers. So I'm on the fence about this particular pattern. If you have a pattern that you like that is maybe a flat front elasticated back made from a knit fabric type of pattern, please recommend it in the comment section. Please only recommend something that you have tried and loved. But things to consider is that I have a very straight up and down body type and no backside. I have no butt. So I definitely am looking for patterns that don't require you to have curves. But yes, I don't know why I don't love the fact that it doesn't have a separate waistband piece on this pattern. So that's what's got me on the fence about this pattern, but definitely want to make a black pair of scuba knit pants to wear every day. So this would be the last pair of pants that I hope to sew up for spring. There's other things that I want to make for sure. However, I was really focusing my attention on holes in my wardrobe, and I don't have a nice fitting pair of black pants. I'm replacing a pair of gray pants that I donated. And I just love the idea of a flowy pair of wide leg, elasticated waist, back twill pant. So those are my pants selections. I believe all of my top selections will be so perfect for spring, summer, all year round really, but they definitely scream spring. They're just so beautiful. And I think that they all go so nicely with the pant selections that I have here, as well as my outerwear. I'm definitely pleased. Now this one is a funky print that may not go with everything. It'll definitely go with all the bottoms, but that's okay. They can be worn with a camisole or a tank underneath or a t-shirt. So anyway, those are my spring sewing plans. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a fantastic day and a wonderful week. Talk to you soon. Bye.